Today we're doing short multiplication. It's called short multiplication when you multiply by a one-digit number. Today we're going to multiply a three-digit number with a one-digit number. To help us to do this correctly, there's two ideas we have to understand. First of all, that the multiply sign or multiplication is like a big bully. That will help us to set this out correctly. The second idea is the idea of pivoting. This will help us to do the method in the correct order. So the first idea is that multiplication is like a big bully. Now a lot of bullies like to push people onto a wall so that thereafter they can beat them up. So first of all, we need a wall. Let's put a wall in. And the wall must be on the right hand side of your numbers. Now let's put the multiply sign in the right place, over here. Now the 609 is already pushed against the wall. We're going to have to change that. The 5, if we put it there, is it pushed up against the wall on the right hand side? No, it's not. There's all this space still here. What about if we push it a bit closer to the wall? Is it up against the wall now? No, it's not. We need to keep pushing until it's up against the wall on the right hand side, because multiplication is like a bully. Now that all the numbers are pushed onto the right hand side, up against the wall on the right hand side, we can now draw our line underneath and we can get started. If you have set things out correctly, not only will the numbers be on the right hand side, but also the digits will line up underneath each other, such as this 9 and 5. The next idea which is going to help us is pivoting. Pivoting means keeping one part of your foot on the ground while the other part turns on the spot. So, we're going to pretend that the heel is going to stay on the ground and the top part of the foot is going to move. We start with the 5 times 9. We always start with the foot in this position, straight up. But then, as the foot pivots, the heel stays in the same place, the toes turn to the next number. And we're going slowly from the smallest place value, increasing to the larger place values. So now we would do 5 times 0. After this, we would do 5 times 6. Once again, the foot has pivoted, the heel is still in the same spot. Now let's do it. We have our numbers pushed up against the right hand side, imagining there is a wall here, and the multiplication sign is like a bully. We've put our line underneath. Our digits line up underneath each other. We can now start. 5 times 9 is 45. We always leave the units down the bottom, and the tens goes to the next column. So we're going to put the 4 up the top here. In the middle of that column. We don't want it to look like 40, like this, and we don't want it to go next to the 0 and look like this, because that also could be confusing. The 4 must go in the middle of that column. So we've done 5 times 9 is 45 units left there. Tens goes to the next column. Now we're going to pivot, and remember the heel stays here. So we're going to do 5 times 0, which is 0. And then we need to add on whatever little number is at the top. So it's 0 plus 4, which is 4. So we're going to write that next. Then we pivot to the next number. Remember, our heel stays here. So we're doing 5 times 6, which is 30. So now we'll write down 30. Normally we'd keep the units here, and the tens would go to the next column, but because there's nothing here, we're going to write the 3 down the bottom. And our answer is 3045. Here's a common mistake. Children often do this. 5 times 9 is 45. Leave the 5 there. Put the 4 at the top. Then, sometimes children think 5 plus the 4 at the top makes 9. So they haven't done 5 times 0, which is 0 plus 4. So really it should be a 4. And then 5 times 6 is 30. Once again, our answer is 3045 because we have corrected our mistake.